What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to part 2 of the Vespa Rally 200 rebuild series. In the previous video, you saw that I did a little bit of welding in the back here. So this is a US spec bike, so it had the tractor taillight back here. I'm going to go ahead and put the Euro taillight on, so I filled up the 4 holes that used to be here, and I smoothed it out a little bit. My painter can take care of the rest. Over here on the cow, I actually filled up the holes for the turn signal indicator as well. So this cow is actually original. This one was not. So this one was not, didn't have it. So like I said in the previous video, we don't need turn signals anyway. So today I got a pretty big problem here. On the headset, you'll see there's a huge chunk of aluminum missing right there. So the bolt goes through that little hole there, and then usually there's a little square bolt on the other side here. And when you tighten the bolt, it kind of squeezes this part together around the fork. So since this part is missing, it would be really hard for me to tighten it on the fork. So what I'm going to attempt to do today is use my trusty old TIG welder and build all this back up. Hopefully I'm successful, because if not, I don't know where I would get another Rally 200 headset, because these are pretty much impossible to find these days. So yeah, wish me luck. Alright, so once again I will be using my CK Worldwide MT200 AC/DC TIG welder. I've got the TIG torch outfitted with the short tail, because with the long tail I won't be able to fit it into the headset for the repair. I actually saw yesterday that this welder is on sale for about $2 grand. So if you guys have been thinking about getting a welder for repairing cast aluminum, now's the time to do it. So yeah, let's get this set up and we'll start welding. Okay, so you can see I already blasted the inside of the headset where all the paint was, so it's nice and clean aluminum. That's very important when you go and weld this kind of stuff. Next, I'm going to heat the area up with a torch, and that also makes it easier to weld aluminum. So, yeah, here we go.
A few moments later.
All right, now let's attempt to weld this thing. Alright, so showing this process inside a headset, it's probably going to be really difficult, but I'll try my best to show you what I'm doing. Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, so the first step in actually welding this stuff is I'm going to hit it without any filler material. I'm kind of just cleaning the surface of the cast aluminum, and then we'll see how it does. If it gets shiny, then I'll start adding filler rod to it. So yeah, here goes nothing. Yeah, when I'm doing that, I'm actually cleaning the surface. All the gunk and nastiness is coming out of the cast aluminum. So I'm gonna brush that off and try to get all the impurities out of the weld, and then I'll go and add a filler rod. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a bolt through this section. I'm gonna leave that there. The aluminum won't stick to the bolt, but this will actually give me a base to lay the aluminum over, to make the little section for the bolt to go through. So yeah, hopefully this works like I think it'll work, and yeah, that way I don't have to fill the entire thing up and then drill a hole through it. It's kind of working the way I want it to work. I accidentally touched the filler rod with the tungsten, so now I have to clean it up. Let me get back to it. All right, I'm gonna try to show you. So I started laying some aluminum down in there. As you can see, it's starting to go around the bolt. And like I said, it's not actually sticking to the bolt because aluminum doesn't stick to steel. So I'm gonna keep going over. Hopefully I can bridge that gap there and build all that back up. Once I'm done, I'll grind it all down, make it look pretty, and hopefully it'll hold up. Okay, you can see I've got the bolt in there, and I'm starting to bridge it over. So, I mean, so far it looks okay. Hopefully it remains that way. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, as you can see, I've bridged the gap in there, and I'm not sure how well it's sticking on that one side, so I may pull the bolt out and kind of weld it a little more without the bolt in the way, just to see what happens. And then if I have to drill that hole out, I can, now that it is bridged. So yeah, I'll just have to keep adding material and see what happens. Alright, bolt out of it. Let's see if I can get any better. Alright, you can see I've got the bridge there, but that back part is still wide open. I've got to, I guess, stand up and look through this little hole and fill the rest of that area with material to strengthen it up. But so far it looks okay. Not too much porosity. So yeah, we'll keep doing what we're doing. Put this back in the blaster and get some of the nastiness off. Alright, as you can see, I've got the area built up pretty good, but I'm really not happy with this area back here. Right there, I need more material there in that spot. But since I already filled this area here, I can't get to it with my torch. So what we have to do is grind all this down and do it again. Yeah, sucks, but it is what it is. Let's start grinding. All right, it's actually the next day in the garage here, but I've been working on this thing for a little while. As you can see, I've grinded all this area down just so I can access the back part and hopefully try to fill that up with aluminum to make it stronger. But I think it'll be okay, because I just noticed that when you tighten this, it actually clamps it pulls this part to actually clamp the fork. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this a little better, and if I can't, then I'll just let it go the way it is. But so far it's not looking too bad. It's actually a really solid weld, not too much porosity in it. So yeah, I'll continue what I'm doing. Hopefully we can get it right. So this is what I've got after a good half an hour of welding and grinding and welding. So I'm gonna grind this down, make it look nice and pretty, and I think it should be good enough. I cannot, for the life of me, get to the back of that spot, but I think I've got it covered and reinforced well enough to clamp over the fork. So we'll see what happens when I clean it up. And we're gonna add some more weld. That's what I'll do. Alright, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the best I'm going to be able to get it. I'm going to sandblast it, and then the finish will look just like what you see on the side here. But I think that'll hold up. If it doesn't, then I'll have to address it. But yeah, you see all the time that I'm actually taking to grind it all down and all that. And I think it's actually a really solid weld, so it should hold up. But we'll see when I actually put it on the fork. So yeah, that's the back side of it. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't in such a tight spot, I would be able to do it better. But yeah, that's the best I'm gonna be able to get it. So yeah, hopefully it works out. Cross your fingers for me. Well, looks pretty good. It's pretty solid. Weld didn't break, so that's good. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, now I'm gonna blast it a little bit, and then that'll be it for this. Okay, so you can see I had to build it all the way up here because I had to compensate for the cable guide that mounts onto that little area right here. So now I got this all done. I do want to add a little lip right here, and that actually kind of keeps the square nut in place when I tighten it. So yeah, as soon as I'm done with that, we should be good to go. Alright guys, there it is. I had the little lip right here on the side here. Like I said, it's to keep the square nut from spinning when I go to tighten it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the repair. If you saw at the beginning of the video, there was nothing there. So it was a pretty gnarly break. And for me to get to this point was a little bit of a miracle. So the other tools I was using to actually grind and shape that area is my little snap-on die grinder. And these are aluminum carbide bits. I think the set was like 35 bucks on Amazon. Definitely, it's the same thing you'd use to say port a cylinder or whatever. But the other thing is this little belt sander I got, the SP Air. I think this is Japanese made. So yeah, thanks to those tools, I was able to get it kind of presentable. It's behind the headset, so you know, you can't see it anyway. So I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on it to make it look pretty. But the most important thing is that the repair is good, and I can tighten it around the fork. So yeah, guys, I hope it wasn't too boring, but it's literally what I had to do to fix the headset. It's just a bunch of grinding and welding until I got it right. So yeah, I hope you've learned something from this. If you have any questions about the welder that I used, please don't hesitate to reach out. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time.